The Tadasana sequence at a glance. Where do we start our practice? Why, standing with our feet together in Samastiti. Srivatsa Ramaswamy Sir outlines to us the key principles of this integrated breath-led movement practice of Vinyasa Krama via this very important sequence that ingeniously unfolds through sequentially working our way down the major joints of the body, starting from the fingers and wrists, elbows, and shoulders, eventually working with the spine, the hips, the knees, and finally ankles towards the end of this Tadasana sequence. In this manner, we practice slowly inhaling, taking the arms up in a few different ways, various Hasta Vinyasas or arm variations. In a moment, you'll see also the standing back arch, also a variety of spinal movements known as Parshva Bhangi, which includes lateral bending of the spine as well as twisting. Slowly exhaling to Uttanasana, we'll see later, or standing forward bend and related postures, such as Parangushtasana and Parahastasana. Otherwise, bending in the knees to the Utkatasana movements, either half or Ardha Utkatasana or the full Utkatasana or full squat positions, and the related postures, such as Malasana or the twist Pashasana. And Tadasana, balancing on the toes like a palm tree, being tall and firm like a palm tree. After practicing a good stint in this sequence, we can move on to any number of asana types and related sequences, be they in the spreading of the feet apart for different Trikonasana variations, or standing on one leg, or be they on the floor, whether in a seated position or in a lying position, whether lying face up, supine, or lying face down, prone. Also, variations that can be done in the inversions. Otherwise, a good start in Tadasana sequence with the appropriate vinyasas is a very good start to our practice. The Tadasana sequence is a very conscious start to our practice, integrated with a powerful, slow breathing technique. The correct manner of breathing in the asanas according to Sri T. Krishnamacharya, in order to gain the purported benefits of the asanas, drawing from scriptural authority and authenticity of a family line of practicing yogis who are coming from an authentic lineage of householder yogis. It is in this manner that Sri T. Krishnamacharya likened the discipline of practicing the asanas with the intended vinyasas to the strict discipline of study and learning of Vedic chanting. Here, the term vinyasa used in the sense referring asana practice with the correct breathing technique. That is to be long and smooth, synchronized with slow movements, correct progression followed by appropriate counter movements. One can repeat the movements dynamically to emphasize the breathing in the movements while highlighting the effects on the spine. It's not shown here, as this is just for demonstration purposes only showing the asana positions once. Otherwise, one can practice repeating each movement dynamically to highlight the breathing and the effect on the spine. After repeating a set of movements, one can stay in any of the asanas for, say, 3 to 6 long inhalations and exhalations. Again, not shown in this particular video, as it is meant solely for demonstration purposes only, in which we merely show the position, the main subcategories in this particular sequence, the Tadasana sequence. Otherwise, one can stay in any of the variations selected. Ramaswamy sir encourages us to regulate our breathing to be a minimum of 5 seconds on the inhale and 5 seconds on the exhale, even slowing to 10 seconds on the exhalation, etc., wherever possible, to really penetrate the subtle power of this traditional Vinyasa Krama system. In key points, we can also make use of breath holding or kumbhaka within some of the asanas to highlight its energetic properties, be they energizing and stimulating associated with the inhalation and hold after inhale, Antar Kumbhaka, known as Brahmana Kriya, perhaps in the Hasta Vinyasas in the case of Tadasana sequence, or the standing back arch, or calming to the nervous system as associated with the exhalation and hold after exhale, Bahya Kumbhaka, known as Langana Kriya, perhaps in the stay in Uttanasana or Utkatasana. As such, there is much nuance and subtlety within this orthodox system called Vinyasa Krama. With practice, it allows proper blood flow and circulation, or Rakta Sanchara, as well as breath and energetic flow, or Prana Sanchara, as well as ensuring the proper functioning of the internal organs. In tying the mind to the long and smooth breathing that is synchronized with slow and graceful movements, the mind begins to slow as well, making one apt to practice higher yogic practices more effectively towards the end of practice, particularly after following a good stint in a seated pranayama practice or the breathing techniques, the regulation of the breath.